Morning. Just arrived up at the allotment. It's April the 22nd, 2023. As you can see, it's another beautiful day in Cumbria. It's pouring down. I came up here last night after work. That was the Friday evening, because I knew this was coming today and tomorrow, and the grass in the allotment really needed to be cut. So I came up here after work. I really couldn't be bothered, but it needed doing, and I managed to get the grass cut at least. I didn't get outside here cut down the fence, which I wanted done as well, but I just didn't have the energy or the time. So that'll have to wait another day, and hopefully it doesn't get too long before I get a chance to cut it. But while I was here as well, we had strong winds again yesterday, and it blew the gate open again to the garden. And guess what? The chickens got in again, and they've turned the place upside down. All the flower beds, they've dug the potatoes up, and all the wood chip paths, the lot. So somehow I'm going to have to brave the weather today and get that all sorted out again. Right, before I do anything, it's a cup of coffee. It's pretty dark and miserable out there, and I've even got the lights on in here. Oh, excuse me. They're a godsend, these, when I need to do some video recording. You wouldn't be able to see me. I'm going to have this cup of coffee. So, it's not going to be a very pleasant job working in the rain, but it's needs must. There's always something to do with the allotment, and until I get it put right again. I was really angry yesterday when I seen the state of the growing area again. But as the old adage goes, dust yourself down, pick yourself up and have another go. I'm sure him up there says, now he's got all his big jobs out of the way, we need to give him something to do. No thanks. I'm not sure how well this is going to come out on the camera, but you can see they've been digging great big holes all over the place. They've dug in the bed where the potatoes are. They've dug the plants out. It's worse than you can possibly see it on here. They've been digging up here against here. They've been in these potato beds. They've been digging down these paths in the flower beds. I did stand some of these up yesterday. They've wrecked the daffodils, pulled most of those out, and pulled most of the lettuces and snowball turnips. They've pulled all those out, and they've done the same there, but thankfully this wire was on to save the onions. They've been digging all over the place, all these beds. They'd even been in this big one. I gave that a bit of a roughing over last night. That one over there's all dug up. All the wood chip down the back there's all dug up. Potholes here. They dug these condo potatoes. This bed was full of hollows. I levelled that one back out again yesterday. They've been digging down here. Yeah. Well, thankfully the rain isn't too bad. It is raining, but it's not as bad as it was when I first started. So what I've done is I've made a start up here. You can probably see the difference between the paths on the camera from here. And it's a good job this is sort of sectioned, because if it had just been one big area, I think I'd have lost the will to live. We've got all of there up levelled, in between the beds. Down here, yes, there's a little bit of weeding to do. That can wait another day. I've uprooted the chair and got all this levelled out again as well. Right, this is no fun, I can tell you. I'm still going. I don't know how, but I'm going for a cup of coffee very shortly. So, as we showed you earlier, we got this done. I've now got all down here done as well. And I got those two beds raked over. I've got this done, and all the way through here, and all this levelled out again and weeded. This bed didn't get too badly damaged by the chickens. There was a couple of plants dug out and they cleaned off the garlic chives. You obviously like garlic chives. Then I've also done down this bit here. They did manage to pull some of these onions and I popped them back in because they pulled them up through the wire, but only down at the bottom here, end here. I've tidied up the flower bed the best I can, and I found the snowball turnips, no lettuce at all, but I found a couple of the snowball turnip, reseeded the garlic again, some of the flowers the best I could, a lot of them got damaged, and some of the snowball turnips, as you can see, are still here to do, and I'm up to here now. So I've still got all of that area to do in between these beds, rake these beds, and yeah, up the final back edge and down in between these and get this levelled out again. Now 2 PM in the afternoon, and that was no mean feat, I can tell you. I'm absolutely burned out, but I've got it all done now, all of it. Got the beds levelled off again as well now and weeded. That's just a bit of a cabbage leaf there. Oh, that's just a little bit of leaf off the cabbage when the hens were picking at it. I'm absolutely shattered. Now, some people might say, well, why not do a little area and then do a bit more tomorrow and so forth. But the problem with that is, I have it in my head always that don't put off till tomorrow what you can do today. And I just keep on drumming on. My own worst enemy sometimes. Let's end the day on a positive note. As you can see, all these garlic are coming on really, really nicely. And then all the onions, yeah, they're a little bit beraggled, but they are coming along really nice in this polytunnel. But the most amazing transformation is these cauliflowers. Look at the size of them now. They're huge, just since last week. And I'm not sure if they are actually going to give me a cauliflower or not. But they seem to be doing really well, so there's hope yet. We might get some cauliflowers. I've just noticed that the grapevine is also breaking out now into flower and leaf. I transplanted these shop-bought tomatoes into bigger pots, and as you can see, they're all starting to darken up again now on the top and looking much healthier. They've got food in there now. These little ones are still going. They are only dwarf ones, these. The sweet peppers, and yeah, these are patio. These are the ones you put in hanging baskets and things like that, which I might do. Peas, and peas again at the back are doing okay. This early bird F1 sweet corn is doing really well. Very sporadic germination in all of these. And then this tray that we managed to save that went on the floor but hadn't a clue what it was, I've got a feeling it's onions. And onions in a mix of onions and leeks, but it's predominantly onions, I think. Happy days. But the honeydew melons, wow, I'm absolutely amazed at these. 2-year-old seed, my own seed, saved off a shop-bought melon, and look at all that lot. Almost 100% germination. I think this 2 hasn't germinated. And I planted all those because I thought, with it being old seed, then I might not get any. Look at that lot. This crimson bonfire peach has dropped most of its flower now. Now we just need to wait and see if there's any peaches going to come on. And that looks like there's one there at least. Another one there. Yeah, we'll just leave it. Oh yeah, there's a lot. All developing into peaches. Still waiting to see what what happens with the grafts. But look at this cherry. Look at the bloom and blossom on this cherry. It's beautiful. Snow white flowers. And again the grafts, we're still waiting on these. The wind has ripped some of these bags off. I'm not holding out much hope for these, to be honest with you, but we'll leave them and wait and see. But this tree is now starting to leaf. It could just be that we grafted these just a little too soon on this one. Right, I'm off home to soak my poor back. It's absolutely going crazy. I've got a bad back to start with, but it's even worse now whenever I give it any strain like that. Needed doing. And all we can do is keep positive and optimistic and hope we don't get any more curveballs through at me this season. I've had enough, thanks. Yeah, got a laugh. Going to finish this cup of coffee and I'm going home. And I'm going to soak in that bath for half an hour. As always, guys, wherever you are in the world, please stay safe, be practical, and keep yourselves out of harm's way. Thanks again for all your likes, dislikes, comments, subscriptions, suggestions, donations, and just for following me along on my journey. Please stay safe, and we'll see you again in the next video.